Congratulations, man. Heard the news. So like you're gonna be starting tonight.
Yeah, I just found out myself. It's kind of hard to believe.
You'll be fine. It's just like any other game. And you've been playing great lately. Just need more minutes of it. You'll
Thanks.
be
So,
fine.
are we cool?
Yeah, we cool. Not like I'm retiring or something. I'm still gonna get mine, just in a different role. You earned the chance to play with the first unit.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, it means a lot to know that you got my back on this.
Sure, I've been in your shoes and I know how it feels. Now let me see, okay?
Let's do it. Sure.
Bet. I was finna disrespect you, but I was finna play on you, but you straight. I just don't know why it took 35 fucking games to put me in the start lineup. I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like you should be in the starting lineup within 20 games. But, you know. He still got this bitch ass nigga in the fucking shit. Oh, there we go. Hey! Yes, sir!
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me today, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And as we take a look at Brandon Jennings right here, guys, what's your take?
You know what I like is that he plays the game with a certain degree of cockiness. I think you need somebody like that on your team because it's easy for the clubs that maybe lose some confidence and lose a little momentum. He's the one
Let's
who
get
can
it.
change that with one play.
You know, against him, Steve, as an opponent, you need to make sure you're making smart, crisp passes because he's so good at picking off the sloppy loose ones.
Look at the Raptors. They're pretty rattled right now after a road trip in which they did not win a game. Now they hope to get back on track here at home. And what a big-time opportunity this is, folks. We're going to see the first official NBA start from Jackson.
Yeah, and that's sort of overshadowing any other storyline coming into this game, but I think only appropriately because he is really a dynamic young player.
Yeah, you know, it really affirms the confidence they have in him, Steve, to already give him such a prominent role at this point in his career. Rudy Gay is clearly a player with star potential, guys. He's got size, skill, elite athleticism. He's in his 8th season now, and he's looking to put it all together and make his first All-Star team.
And for Rudy Gay, a score, a terrific rebound. He can do it all.
I think for him, it's the little things that will put him over the top. Just a better shot
Yes,
selection,
sir.
better focus defensively, but there's no doubt about it. He's one of the most talented players in the NBA, and that's why Toronto made the trade for him last year.
This is a team I think I might want to go to after the.
Some concerns about Andre Drummond's motor and work ethic, passion for the game. He really quickly dispelled those with his tremendous production. This was a guy who played with great energy and effort just about every time I saw him.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Well, that's bull.
A little over an egg on here in the first quarter. Jennings off a pick from Jackson. Off the pick. That's good. See, they're talking about the motor for Andre Drummond per minute among very top rebounders in the game.
Well, he moves like a guard, Kevin. It's almost surreal to watch the way he kind of floats around the court for such a big man. As long as he's engaged, he can have a huge impact on the game. I'll tell you what, at his age, his upside is really off the chart.
Now here's DeRozan. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Outside Lowry. He kicks it to Gay.
What the hell is going on?
Another miss by Gay. Nice scouting for Toronto. Unsuccessful. It was a loss to Indiana.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers. And
What? How did he pass out of a late shot like that?
through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Here is Hansbrough, following the score by Josh Smith. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Sloppy defense there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Well, when he does, that's an automatic bucket.
Why did y'all double team me? I got 0 points.
Pass to Smith.
Pass it to me. What did y'all do?
Now the dish to Jackson. Fires from deep. Good.
So hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter, and they gave up the three-pointer.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Back to Lowry. Jackson against DeRozan. A high post shot. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
And Jackson gets it to go.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now here is Lowry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Damn it.
Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Here's Smith, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Monroe to pass to Jackson. And they will get the best of it, folks, as they will goaltend.
You didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against New York.
And I think, Kevin, it really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your...
I can't stop DeRozan, so he's too fucking strong for me.
You have to contribute and help him out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one. This is a team that's focused, completely locked into the task at hand. What an impressive start to this game.
Lowry with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Lowry with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Fader on the way. Misses off the left iron.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
And it's nice to see Raptors coach Dwayne Casey getting another chance of being a head coach. A lot of people felt he got a bum rap back in Minnesota in 2007. He had that team overachieving.
Damn, this nigga got good defense.
So I'm glad he's getting a second chance and he's making the most of it.
Now Lowry after the missed three from Jackson. Now here is Lowry, averaging 16 points a game. Baseline J on the way, and again it's DeMar DeRozan.
Lowry cannot be fucking stopped.
DeRozan's got 8 points. And you go back to that Timberwolves.
And he kept me in.
But Casey was let go, and then Steve, they went 12 and 30 after he was gone.
Yeah, they struggled with his departure, and a lot of the players actually were sad to see him go. So, that's sometimes the case in the NBA. Coaches get blamed for everything, fairly or not. And in Casey's case, I respect the fact that he got back to work, did a great job in Dallas as an assistant, and is now the head man in Toronto trying to get this team turned around.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, during that break, Coach Maurice Cheeks had some words for his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Jackson. On the days when he gets going, he can be a huge contributor. And Coach is obviously knowing this is going to be one of those days. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach. Specifically, he'd like to see them running...
His ass, he stood there for 50 years. He stood right there at that same spot for 50 years. Come on, bro. What the hell, son? How did I miss that layup?
It wasn't just a tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Now, here is Lowry. After the miss from Jackson.
Are you fucking... There you go, bro. Just lobbing shit.
Yeah, it all had to be.
perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Drummond. Lays it up and in on the nice
Why you
reverse.
don't catch the ball when I
It's got
pass
a
it to
second
you,
bucket of the
dude?
game to go. Raptors trail by 7. The drive by Lowry. Dishes it to Dallin Juniors. Back to Lowry.
That's it.
Can't connect from short range.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look. Just lost his focus.
Outside Jackson. There's a screen. Down low. And Chauncey Billups the bucket on the assist by Jackson. And now a 9-point Piston lead.
The number of points they've scored in the paint.
Good game so far.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, there's a lot of guys who can hit shots when they're left open, but I'm amazed by his ability to hit shots with defenders streak all over him. Yeah, almost high-fiving him on the follow-through is what it looks like. He knows exactly how much space he needs to get his shot off, and he doesn't even worry about the rest of it. And also,
You don't even worry about the
catches a
rest
lot
of it.
defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson in at small forward. Well out there with Jennings. And it's Smith. And it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's
Greg, my real big
after the
fucking
miss from Hansbrough.
stupid ass didn't want to help my dude Josh Smith out, man.
Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded by
Oh, good block. God damn, how many fucking second chance points they gonna get? No, give me this.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Jackson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
But great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, trying to rack up those block shots, guys. Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Just 4 to shoot.
Oh my god, dude.
9 points for Rudy Gay.
When the size advantage is that pronounced, you know, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's Jackson. He had 34 points in the win against New York.
The fucking defense is fucking real.
The pass to Hansbrough. Inside. It'll go in the
How, bruh?
just 10 on the basket from Gay.
Rudy Gay and DeRozan pissing me off now.
Their last 4 buckets allowed come from very
Get off me.
close range.
Get off me.
Picking up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Well,
Damn it,
Gordon,
I didn't even see what it said. What it said? I didn't see what it said. What was I supposed to do?
clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking.
I really don't know what the hell he
had
said.
no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now here's DeRozan. 14 points from him the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was
That's
definitely
so
a factor in
boring.
that game as well.
The Raptors need to get a shot. Hansbrough misses.
I don't know what it said.
Right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
What a floor
I
leader
be
he's been
clicking
at the
shit
offensive end.
just to click it
You know,
sometimes.
he's done a terrific job of moving the
So I really
ball
didn't see what
around,
it
sharing
said.
it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Here's Gay. Following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Blocked. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Monroe.
Are you fucking serious? Get that out of here. What you thought you was doing, boy? Hell no, he wasn't doing that on me. Fuck he thought this shit was. The All-Star game? Hell no, he got me fucked up, dude.
The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Look at what he was doing.
Why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? Brandon Jennings fourth,
some remarkable shooters in that group, guys. And you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the
You gotta call timeout.
you're talking about some very intelligent.
I just want to know what the hell he thought he was doing.
Precisely. I mean, when you watch any of them, nothing's forced. I mean, it's good, smart shot selection, simple basketball. But that being said,
Y'all might be the team of dunk, but I'm telling you right now that none of that shit happen around us. It might happen a few, but it ain't gonna be no crazy shit.
Check in from here, Johnson.
Eyeball.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. As we hit the mid-season surge, let's check out the.
How is Chicago still over Miami, bro?
You look at Detroit.
Chicago should be thirsty.
Guys perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And of course, Toronto just way behind.
Well, you know, I think for Detroit, they're a completely different team than they were last season. I thought they would take a step forward this year, but I'd be lying if I said I thought they'd take this big a leap. It's been a huge bounce back for them.
Yeah, you're not alone in that regard, Clark. There were very few people that believed in them. I know I didn't, but you know, the fact of the matter is they believe in themselves, and that's all that matters. And that confidence is clearly warranted.
Lowry gets a screen from Valenciunas. Hansborough, that's good.
So the pick worked really well there. Nice job.
I ain't mean to call for that shit.
Now let's go to Doris first. Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous.
Know how to check me.
34 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Just numbers that really jump out at you in the box score.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of
It
performance.
was good defense.
His teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load.
You know, after the Rudy Gay trade sent Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now
Y'all niggas is so
his team.
trash for that,
While
bro.
that might be debatable, he's clearly got the talent to run a team at the point guard position.
Now here's DeRozan. Frank Monroe.
But you see how he get his assist though?
Good interplay there between those two teammates.
This shit be blowing me, boy. I swear to God.
Detroit leading by 15.
Damn, pass the ball.
Jennings with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively.
How do you get back on defense?
Gay against Jackson. In low to Monroe. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And back to Kyle Lowry, a good passer, also an amazing rebounder for a 6-foot-tall guard.
He's physical, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's confident. You can see how aggressive he is offensively, always looking to draw contact and get to the free throw line.
Rebound by the Pistons. Monroe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
You know, this game kicks off a 3-game season
busting their
series
ass,
for these
too.
clubs. Definitely both looking to get that leg up tonight.
Here's Lowry after the made shot from Caldwell Pope. Hansborough, the pass to Gay. Rebound by the Pistons. Jackson drives in to the wing right side. And Monroe kicks to Jennings.
The hell?
By Gay. Fast break Toronto. He's got the ball.
Oh, you lucky.
29 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rosen dishes to Lowry. Oh, and here
Uh-oh.
we go. Jackson, nobody back. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
Lowry kicks to Gay. Lowry a screen on Jackson. The drive by Gay. Another miss by Gay. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Pistons lead by 21. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm alongside Coach Casey and Coach.
And now,
Coach Casey.
by Sprint.
Busting that ass.
Welcome to 2K Sports. The games are starting to take on a little more meaning as the season gets into full swing. The Detroit Pistons are ahead against Toronto. With their winning streak, this team is playing with a whole lot of confidence right now. For money, a stellar game, no doubt. His shooting percentage, off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. It's been a disappointment, though, for the Raptors so far. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. DeMar DeRozan really playing effortlessly. He's got 14 points, and he's helped out with some key rebounds as well. That'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Thanks so much. I'm Damon Bruce. Now let's get back out to Kevin Harlan for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. And looking now at the Toronto skyline as we get back to our coverage. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Wow, the threes have just been dropping for him. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Could not have been a more productive day for him from long range.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, DeRozan and Gay fill the wings. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Lowry in at the one spot. Pistons leading by 19 points. Jennings off a pick from Jackson. Jennings kicks to Jackson from downtown. They grab their own miss. He dishes it to Monroe. On the wing, Jackson. DeRozan defending. Jackson kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 3. Jackson setting the pick here for Smith. Carries it from three-point range. Smith's got 9 points.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Lowry with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Kicks to Hansbrough. He feeds it to Gay. Poked away, and that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA ranking. 11th in blocks, 12th in rebounding, and they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby, room for improvement, but acceptable.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. Well, Pistons #1.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lane.
Now here's Jackson. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
Of course he gets it.
On the wing, DeRozan. That's good.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Jackson against DeRozan. Jackson passes to Monroe. Jackson is doubled. Smith for 3. Here's Monroe. And he drops it in from the low post.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him, and he continues to finish at the basket.
And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide-open teammate if he's double-teamed.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, over that
Get out of here.
last break, I listened to what Maurice Cheek said addressing his team. He wants his players to step up the pace. He told them they should be looking to get out and run every chance they get. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach.
So they get the fucking make shots, but we can't.
See them running the pick and roll as often as they can. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
You know, you gotta love the way that Amir Johnson attacks around the rim, whether it's, you know, looking to finish off a play or grab a rebound or block a shot. You love his no-nonsense approach to defending and finishing in the lane.
Here is Lowry after the made shot from Jackson. Lowry dishes to Gay. Back to Lowry. That's to Hansbrough. Jennings with the steal.
This shit, James.
And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Smith, and it is
Brother, I'm so
down with a
sick and
nice
tired of these
jam.
stupid ass
I
bad
think that
passes.
play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Here's Lawler after the
Yeah,
basket by
shit.
Detroit. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And Amir Johnson, just a finisher caught around the rim. Shot blocker, a pretty good defender.
Yeah, he's got excellent length for a power forward, and he's put some rocks in his pockets over the years. He's become better able to hold his ground inside. Folks, that means basically he's added some weight, is what's happened with Amir.
Yarebko's checked in for Craig Monroe. Jackson. Now the feed to Drummond. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 9th assist in the game now. Raptors are gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lowry kicks to AC. Feeds it to Gay. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Drummond.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
That's how I like to see Drummond.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jackson, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
What a smooth finish. Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Here's Lowry. Can-change shot, and there's the nice layup by Johnson.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Now here's Jackson. 26 points for him. No good on the triple.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Oh, that was a 3?
Passes to Johnson. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. AC dishes to Gay.
I wasn't trying to shoot a 3 though.
Just 5 to shoot. From free throw range. And another basket for Toronto.
Oh, boy, I love watching this guy play. He just lives and breathes the game. Loves to be out on the floor with his guys.
Jackson against DeRozan. Jackson kicks to Stuckey. And Detroit again with the bucket. Toronto calls timeout. We've seen Money really having a great game.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
And let's get this update now from Doris Perkins across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He thinks they could be doing much better work on the defensive glass, and he let his guys know it. He wants to see them crash the boards hard from this point forward. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you, Doris.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am. Well, some really terrific numbers for Jackson. 28 points, and those 4 3-pointers he said have helped him too.
Now, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
And he gets it to go.
That's fucking bullshit, but I couldn't make my shit.
The defense sagged off, and you know he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
And the basket by Jackson.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Augustine passes to Fields. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Now here's Jackson. Right side Jackson. To the middle. Here's Drummond. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. That's now 8 points here for Drummond.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots, and the other team just a bit stagnant.
Detroit's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Jackson drives in. Stuckey with it. Now guarded by Ross. Jackson against Fields. Jackson kicks to
Wow.
Phillips.
Wow.
Here is Fields. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Dave.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Phillips dishes to Jackson. We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. He kicks it to Stuckey. And another 3 for Detroit.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Dave connects, the jumper drops. Dave's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages, good number.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those 3-point
Fuck.
bombs will erase the deficit quickly.
Damn, bro. I'm sick of tired of these turnovers,
Turnovers
bro.
now in this quarter.
Now DeRozan. Outside Lowry. A 3-pointer is right on target. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Monroe and Drummond there in Son. Chauncey Billups out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Jackson at the 3 slot.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Lowry inside the line. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
It's deflected. And here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And Chauncey Billups the bucket on the assist by Jackson. 7 points for Chauncey Billups.
You know, it's been interesting to see how Chauncey Billups' career has changed as he's grown. Early on, he was known more as an offensive point guard, and then he became a playmaker for the Pistons during that championship season and that era. And now he's really become a spot-up shooter and a dead-eye marksman for his club.
And that's not to say that he can't do anything else, but he has really stepped up his shooting from deep. Not a lot of guards can go from carrying the ball handling duties to being a catch-and-shoot guy. But Chunk,
Ooh. Oh my God. Mmm. 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 Mm.
Chauncey has made the transition quite smoothly.
The Raptors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Lowry passes to Gay. The dish to Hansbrough. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Detroit with the ball. Outside Billups. Gay against Jackson. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. A baseline J. And Detroit again with the bucket.
We got this game. It's a wrap.
The three, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Outside Jackson. Monroe with a screen on Gay. Stuckey kicks to Monroe. He got right to the cup using that screen.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Pass to Gay. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jackson against Gay. Jackson drives in for 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
It's a wrap.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Now here is Lowry. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Detroit's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. To the paint, and Drummond throws it down.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Phillips against Lowry.
It's no comment. It's just this game was just straight ass whooping.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Jackson dishes to Stuckey. Left side, Phillips. The Pistons working the ball around now. Jackson down low. He's covered by Gay. Drummond passes to Stuckey. Dishes to Jackson. Right side Jackson. Jackson is doubled. 6 on the shot clock. Stuckey outside from the arc. It's good. The
Let's go,
assist this time
Stuckey.
from Jackson. And that's 13 points in the game for Stuckey.
Oh yeah, Stuckey 13 points off the bench.
Total obliteration.
Let's try it.
Mission accomplished now for Detroit.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in sync. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series, folks. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Raptors.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for money. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
Here's Monroe, and a foul called on the shot. Got
They